Hello everyone, Shayla here, and today we have Seal of Command, Spell Power, Retribution. We had two really difficult Warsong Gulch matches, and I don't know if it's because I'm running Spell Power and I have a little bit less stamina, or if the teams were just, better players, better geared, but these next two matches were really difficult. So we're going to be using Seal of Command, Retribution, just my normal ret setup here. You'll notice Spiritual Focus and Holy Judgment as always. And yeah, so here's what gear we're using. If you take a look on the right, we are using Dark Moon Card Heroism, Talisman of Ephemeral Power, and a bunch of Spell Power gear. It's the same set from the Seal of Righteousness Retribution video from day 2. But we're running different talents. So this is testing it with Seal of Command. Now, I do have 7% less crit than my AP set. However, I think I've got about 8% spell crit in that set. And in this set, I think I have 13%. So you'll see more critical heals, which is nice. Comes in handy. But yeah, so far the burstiness is there. I'm just going to try to fight through these warlocks. And again, they gave me a really rough time. It was a tough start. Pop my bubble. I don't think it's going to do me much good though. I think it's a warlock and a shaman, which is sort of a nightmare duo. And luckily, I don't have tongues on me yet. So I am going to do my best to stay up, but unfortunately I just can't survive the two of them. So I'm going to head back into our base. I hear there are people here. The flag carrier passes by me. I bot myself to get out of his stun. We kill him, recover the flag. I'm gonna heal myself and the people around me. And see those critical heals that comes from the extra spell crit on this set, which is really nice. So I'm going to go into mid and heal up our flag carrier and put a Blessing of Sacrifice on them. They're going to get away and I'm going to get killed. So we capture the flag. I see a warlock crossing mid. I repentance the warlock. I get a Seal of the Crusader down. I pop my Talisman of Ephemeral Power, but I get death coiled. So I get out of this death coil and I've popped my bubble. I got my trinket up. I'm just going to try to connect into somebody here. So I connect into this warlock with the Scythe of Elune over here. I stun him and I'm hitting him through my bubble. And he's about to go down. Yep. Now we have a shaman. I quick Holy Light. 1.5 second cast due to Holy Judgment. Big burst. I'm getting healed by a teammate, which is excellent. I pop my Hand of Freedom. I stay on this shaman, and he is dealt with. Here's this warlock who is harassing me. We are going to connect with them. I get feared. The fear gets purged, but I go down. I get hit by a mage from my back. Yep. Invisible mage. So, for some reason, there's this rogue camping our GY. He's out of stealth, so we just connect with him and, send him back to his GY. We're going to push into mid. I'm going to get my Seal of the Crusader up, just so I can judge it the second I see my opponent. Just healing up the teammates around me. Going to push down mid. Drop the Seal of the Crusader on this warlock. Connect with him. Big crits. Warlock's down. So this feels pretty good. It's not as explosive. It's not as bursty and bouncy as AP Ret. But it gets the job done. And the critical heals are super awesome. Just that added chance to critically heal is really useful. Now I might end up going down over here. There's a lot of enemies around me. Oh, I'm getting healed by No Regrets. It's another paladin near me. There's all these casters, and I'm gonna run into them, but I think they're gonna blow me up. Yep. Again, it's been a tough game. The other team was just, I don't know if they had a better comp, more druids, more casters. Druids plus casters equals good time in Warsong Gulch. That's just what I've noticed. Rogues come in handy too with if they can run the flag, that is. But if you have a good druid on your team and like a mage and a warlock who's geared and knows what they're doing, oh, you have such a good time. The games have been a lot more fair with the cross-faction change. Some people don't like it, but a lot of people are having a good time. It's just a lot more balanced. Everybody's got shamans, everybody's got paladins. You know, you get what you get, and it's a lot more random than just having faction lock. Because right now there are, you know, to the Horde, paladins are annoying, and to the Alliance, shamans are annoying. And when you sort of like even the playing field, it doesn't make for weird, cheesy metas arising, like you know, 8 enhance or 8 rets versus, you know, a team. It's just sort of like, eh. You get more class diversity, which is nice, especially in Warsong Gulch. There's nothing like queuing into Warsong Gulch and it's 8 warriors. You know, it's just like, oh, rip, that's the game. But yeah, we end up capping here soon. It was a hard game, but we managed to, you know, get our flag carrier across. I think Zilliana was running the flag this game. Zilliana did a fantastic job of getting our flag to where it needed to be going, and I just, you know, run disruption and stop who I can and kill who I can. You know, and off heal when I can. That's important too, is making sure that while I'm out in the middle of the field fighting people, I'm also healing people up. So yep, easy win. Alright, this is match 2. We're going to connect with a shaman. Ooh, pop the talisman. Nice little burstiness. Heal myself. Repentance the shaman to interrupt his heal. Just keep on wailing on him. Shaman is done. We're going to connect with this warrior. Get a Seal of the Crusader down on him. He's gone. So we want to find our flag. Hopefully we can find the flag carrier here soon. I am going to go to the east of the field. We got 2 mages here. I am going to connect with one of these mages. I get my Seal of the Crusader up. I get polymorphed. I bubble the polymorph. I connect with a mage here. He's going to blink. That's perfect, because now I can stun him and there's nothing he can do. And that's one mage dealt with. Other mage is done. I really got lucky with having that druid there. That teammate had turned into a 2v2. 2v1 would have been way more sketchy. Could I have done it? Possibly, with bubble. But it would have been a lot more difficult than having a teammate. So I'm going to run into all these people here. I don't know if I'm going to make it out of this alive. There's just like 4 or 5 people around me. I'm going to try to run, but I don't think it's going to do me any good. So we have some opponents here in our base. I pop Freedom just to avoid exhaustion. I'm going to connect with this Fell Hunter and kill it just so I don't get spell locked or dispelled, so I can stun the Warlock. Fell Hunter is dealt with. I'm going to cleanse myself. I'm all healed up. I'm going to connect in with the Shaman, dispel the Polymorph. Big burst. And the Shaman's dealt with. So this warrior falls down here. I pop a pre-freedom on myself. I repentance the warrior just to close the distance. I get a seal of the crusade on him. And I see this druid here. I pop perception. I stun the druid. And I'm going to connect with him. Pop talisman of ephemeral power. Consecration. Yeah, spell power ret is solid too. Not as fun, not as bursty as AP ret, but really good for off healing, especially with those critical heals. Still lots of burst potential. Still does very well. Really good for healing yourself and your teammates. And I do have a bit more mana too, just because I'm using more spell power gear, which tends to have intellect on it. So I have a bigger mana pool, so I can do more. So this is really a more balanced. With the burst, you still have burst potential. Not as much as if you just stack straight crit and AP, in my opinion. But you do enjoy the burst. You have a healthier mana pool, and your healing is more powerful due to the fact that you're using spell power. And we use some critical spell hit items, so that factors into the improved healing. You see a lot more critical healing. So they are in our flag room. They have already capped once. We want to stop them, so I'm just gonna toss some off heals and try to stop this shaman. I think I ended up repenting his totem, which not great. I popped my bubble because I'm in a terrible spot here. It's like a 3-on-1. I'm gonna get out of here, and hopefully I can get out of here. And just in the nick of time, I get a teammate who interjects himself into the battle. So I'm gonna heal him. He is saving me. I'm gonna keep him up. Again, just rotating the off heal as you need to. That's one of the things that separates an average paladin from a solid paladin. You want to be healing people when they're around 40%, and you're just going to heal them to 80%, and then you're going to continue your fighting. That's the perfect way to off heal as a ret paladin. Again, you're going to wait for people to hit about 40% or so. You're going to toss out 2 holy lights, and then you're going to keep the stepping. Keep damaging your opponents. You just want to buy them time. So we're going to try to connect on this mage. I get a counter spell and a root, a polymorph. I'm a sitting duck. No bubble, no trinket. I just got to eat this. So we get out of this polymorph. I mount up. I'm going to pre-freedom. I'm going to pop a sacrifice over on this teammate over here. And then I'm going to try to connect in on these enemies. But I am in the middle of it. So I pop my Blessing and Protection. I try to heal myself. And just connect with this mage. It's not looking hot. Yep. So, I'm getting tired of this mage, so I'm just going to teach him a lesson. I'm just going to wail on him here. I'm going to cleanse my teammate too. We're going to deal with this warrior. Pop that seal. Big damage. So the burstiness is still there, as I said. Yeah, I do like this. This Seal of Command, Spell Ret. I'd use this. I'd use this. Maybe I'd use it in situations I know I need to be off healing. I'm not like pure damage. Pure damage, I want to go with AP crit every day. But just in a more versatile situation, if I want to be more of a support, play more of a support ret, I would definitely use spell power ret just for that added mana pool and the added critical heals. And just the more efficient healing. The bigger mana pool helps too. However, I would probably use Trinket. Darkmoon card heroism is great, but I'd probably use Talisman and Trinket. Because Talisman, you can just really get some insane damage. Pop my bubble. We're going to turn on this mage. We're going to hit through the bubble. And we're going to heal at the last second, as always. Yep, that's how we do it. Good as new. We're going to head back down mid. I'm going to get a spell blasting here. I'm just going to connect with a shaman. And that might be it for me. Yep. Again, these were hard games. Lots of damage going out. And my spell power set does not have as much stamina as my other set, my AP set. So I'm not going to have as much health as I do in my other set. So I need to play back a little bit more. I'm used to being able to push a little bit heavier because I have 5.4k health, 5,400 health on my AP set with Kings. And that feels fantastic. It gives me more time I can spend on the enemy's front. But this I'm hitting 5k with Kings, so I got to be careful. And 5k is a good amount. So we're going to try to find the enemy flag carrier. We are in enemy base. I'm going to connect on the shaman, get a seal of the Crusader on them. There it is. Big damage. And again, we're keeping our Frostbite on. So we find the enemy flag carrier. I see him. I'm going to get a Crusader on him. Try to deal with this mage who is going to peel. Mage is dealt with. And I want to connect with this druid, but I guess the enemy just flanks me from behind and takes me out. So again, we come back to their base. We really want to recover this flag. And I'm going to try to connect on this warlock because I don't want to get feared. I don't want to get tongues. I want this warlock out of the way. Warlocks and rogues are really going to be the most disruptive classes on the battlefield. Mages can be too with their polymorph, but you'll tend to find warlocks and rogues be very, very problematic when coming up against. They just have so much control and they can do so much to shut you down. They really, really create a lot of space for the enemy team. So if you can get them out of the way, it's going to be really useful to you. So I pop my bubble. My signature move. I heal myself a little bit. I get healed by a teammate. Me and the shaman, we're going to continue to fight a bit. I'm going to wail into this warrior a little bit. And then come back over to the shaman. Now this druid's helping me out. We're going to finally get the shaman down. And we got a priest healing. So we need to take care of this priest. Big crits on the priest. Priest is dealt with. Now we need to locate this enemy flag carrier, but we just repick. So we have to get our flag carrier out of this flag room. So I'm going to stop this shaman. I'm going to kill the imp. And we are going to head back down tunnel. Now we've got some enemy teams. Yeah. We return our flag, which is good. Now we have to get our flag carrier out. Luckily, the majority of the team is here. Now I'm expecting resistance the second we get out of this tunnel, and sure enough, yep, we get a shaman attacking. So we are going to connect with the shaman. Shaman's dealt with. We're going to stay close. Got a mage over here. I pop Talisman, and we are going to Hammer of Wrath. Ooh, he just bubbles it, but my teammate hammers too. Yep, and I think this is going to be it. We taken him for the win here. Very, very tough game, but we ended up coming out on top. Really good team on my side. I had fun just whacking people in mid, as ret paladins tend to do. But I did off heal as well. That's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.